Hey family, welcome back to my channel. How you doing? Happy Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday as I call it. I hope we are doing good. I hope we are in the right spirit. I hope that we are enjoying the day. We had a good night rest. Feeling good mentally, physically, and spiritually. I just want to hop in here and go over talk about the situation with Shayla and the quote unquote karma that we want to see Shayla get. What I want to know is, what do you think Shayla's karma will be? First of all, karma is basically something that Hindus and Buddhists refer to as I guess reaping what you sow. But basically, when it comes to Christianity and Islam, we talk about, how God is merciful. And, there comes a time when, what goes around comes around. There are consequences for your actions. And you do reap what you sow. That's spoke about in both Bible and Quran. And we talk about how, God gives grace. However, He knows that we are all full of a whole lot of mess. We're human. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to do wrong. But when we do it, what are we doing to right the wrong? Are we going to Him to repent? Those that we've done wrong, do we truly go to them for forgiveness like He forgives us? That's why judgment isn't left for us. Because when people do something wrong, just like cops today, somebody will swing a knife, they going pow, pow, pow. That person may have struggled with mental illness. There may be things going on that we don't know, but God knows all. So that's why judgment isn't left for us. Because, we can be just as raggedy and cause a whole lot of faults, and we'll have excuses for our faults. Everybody else, though, that we feel have wronged us or hurt, or we seen them do wrong to whoever, X, Y, Z, they need to get this. They need to get that. If Shayla was to get karma that affected her in a certain way, or she's reaping what she sowed, and she feels that is really painful to us. Some of us may be like, that's not good enough. She should have got this done to her, this taken away, that. But that's not what God thinks that she should get. We've been waiting for a long time for people to get payback because they did things to people that we liked or that we felt it was wrong. But at the end of the day, every one of these skits that has done something wrong, we want them to learn. We want them to stop. We want them to see a change. And because they haven't done it, this is when, God, after a while, He'd be like, okay, you ain't learning. You playing with me. You saying you ain't going to do this, that, and the other. You may even pray. He has mercy and mercy and mercy. But after a while, it's like, I got to show him something. I got to show him something. Because my child still ain't getting it. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to take away this. I'm going to take away that. I'm going to see if from that you can get back to the essence of what's right and make a change. It's not to hurt you. God doesn't want any harm done to you. And that's mentioned in Bible and Quran. Wants the best for us. Wants favor for us. That's why He constantly is so giving. He's the most merciful, the most good, the beneficent, the most merciful, wise, mighty God, the all-hearing, all-seeing, all-knowing God. We don't see everything. We don't hear everything. We don't hear everything. So karma ain't gonna come in the way that we think it is. What is the consequences for Shayla's actions? The thing is, I think Shayla has never done anything to right wrongs. Even with the crying and coming to Amber for her forgiveness for what she's done, it was like a blanketed forgiveness. However, she's made comments since then about, oh, you came and interrupted me and Anthony relationship. Remember when they was over at Dave's house and she called herself going on Amber, but you did this to us. No, you can't really say you didn't invade. I forgot how the conversation went. Like she invaded her and Anthony's space when that was that one man, that was her whole husband. and you plotted on your best friend to take her husband. Were there some good points with Shayla? Yes. That, you know, she can be a ride or die friend. She tries to be a good friend for Honey Pot, but then at the same time she dragged Honey Pot in a whole lot of foolishness and a lot of madness. Does Shayla live right as far as she uses men? She wants to be taken care of. She doesn't feel she needs to work, even though both her parents work. Zachary works. But what was Shayla taught outside of what Zachary was taught? Shayla was coddled to a certain extent because Shayla has some things mental going on with her that I don't know how much help she's ever got from that from Angelina. She called in. Angelina got scared because of where Shayla may go mentally after Anthony, because that's who she truly was in love with. And when he went back to his wife, it devastated her. So she called into the one friend that she felt would save her like she has in the past. But Shayla, even in middle school, screwed her over. I think it was something said a while back by her sleeping with her, or not sleeping, but taking her little middle school boyfriend away from her or whatever. So there may be some resentment from that still with Delicia. Maybe that's why Delicia don't feel too bad about taking Iman, because she's still holding on childhood stuff. But she's always been there for a friend, and that's why Angelina called on her. Now, is the karma the fact that she, as we gonna call it karma for the sake of using the word, but will Shayla make a change and really get a hold of her life and snap out of it and finally live different in Skitlanta? Who knows? They may have Shayla's character always like this, but will she ever learn? She lost Anthony. I don't think she's still over Anthony. This is why Delicia, we could have said, oh, she got her karma because what she did. Anthony went back to Amber, but she's still making a lot of the same poor habits. She's still really not learning her lesson on how she moves. She's just not messing with somebody else's husband again. But would she? Still probably would if he didn't go back to her. Now he's with Denisha. She's upset because Denisha now is living the life that she thought she should live. I think that right there hurts her more than losing Iman. Because at the same time, I don't see, many of us have said that she was her plan B, but I rethought about that. Anthony being a plan B if it didn't work out with her and Iman. But if you think about it, Anthony has always been her A. Anthony has been someone that she wanted and plotted on for a long time. That was taken from her, but she had hope knowing that they was getting a divorce. And now, if it didn't work out with Iman, she can go back to her A. Because really, Iman was her B, because it didn't work out with Anthony. So then she said she had another option in Iman. Now she hurt because her plan A has someone else. So the option of going back to her plan A, if B didn't work out, is not working. Because someone else has taken her place. We got to understand, she used to dream about Amber being dragged out the house so she could be in the house. And she's so hurt now. That's why she went as far as going out to Louisville to get her baby, of course, with the help of Angelina. But Angelina has always been that one to help fuel her and not guide her right. I'm starting to think if her karma, I don't think it's so much losing Iman. I don't think that's enough of a lesson to change her. Now, something happened in her losing Kai, who is, that's her baby, who came out of a man she felt she was in love with, Anthony. That's the only reason why she didn't get rid of it, because Kai was her meal ticket. Kai is her father, Anthony is Kai's father when she can control him. Outside of doing if he doesn't do what she wants him to do, then Kai is just her baby. But Kai is something that she won't lose or doesn't want to lose. Came from a man that she was in love with, from her perception of love. So that devastated her that I lost Iman, I lost Anthony. I'm not going to lose my child. Her acting a fool, crashing out from Iman, all of this start to really play in Shayla's head that she's alone. If it makes her crash out to the point where she starts getting high more and jeopardizes her losing Kai, will that be her ultimate karma? Because now you're talking about a part of me that that I'm losing on account of my foolishness. Will that change her? Will it be the one friend that Angelina called to help her get Shayla back right mentally, finding out that the friend from school that she always counted on, depended on, cared about, that was there for her, that was the one who caused her man to be taken? Is that the ultimate pain to transform her? Because then she'll realize what she really did. That would give her understanding to what she did to Amber, because she'll see that truly coming back to her. The karma that she thought she got with Mike and Sonny, she thinks she was forgiven already. That's why when she had the conversation about Iman's, when she came to his house, blocked him from leaving the driveway, she told him she wanted answers. The answer really is Delicia, but neither one of them could tell her the truth with that. Will finding out the answer that is Delicia really be what shakes her and transform her to get on the right road? Will that be her true karma then? Because that's still lingering. Will it be her doing something stupid to lose Kai? Be the real answer. Because number one, she couldn't. If Anthony was to get custody and keep that baby, have the baby, and she don't, will that devastate her to the point that, oh my God, she didn't care about Amber losing her child? She didn't care about little David, because I got the real child. You going over there, that baby that's not even yours. Remember she said have those arguments with Anthony? She didn't get rid of it. She kept it because that was her lock and key to Anthony and to money and to being kept. And she could manipulate with him with that. But if he has the baby, there's no more of that. She truly standing on her own 2 feet, because now if he has custody, Kai's being taken care of. He don't got to give her nothing. So she would truly have to survive on her own and no more manipulation. So to me is a devastating, huge change. Delicia, I don't think it's Iman. That might do something to her. Then I'm going back to Angelina. Something she said in the conversation to Iman. She said to Iman, why do you want to leave me? What's the sudden change? She doesn't get it. She's truly lost, because Shayla is like a little child that was never taught how to do certain things in life, taught how to be handle things as a let a man take care of you, no repercussions for taking a man that belongs to somebody else, as long as you being cared for. These are certain things that wrong that Angelina has embedded in this girl and raised her differently than Zachary. And it may be because she coddled her in this way because of mental health problems. But I'm sorry, you don't do that. You don't do that. You give her the help she needs and you tell her right from wrong. And she's always taught her the wrong way. Manipulation, conniving, abusing Anthony, saying stuff, continue to get in the way of the marriage, trying to give her reasoning for why, Anthony's stupid. He should, Amber is the wrong one, and all this improper stuff. As an older woman, as a wife, as her mother, what if one day, because one thing Shayla said that hit me, she told him God don't like you messing with women, children. I thought about what the women that you mess with, the women you had said wrong things to about, namely Amber, that you screwed and did wrong. You don't think God gonna deal with you for that? Well, he takes care of children. He looks out. Yeah, he takes out for children. What if you lose yours? And the fact that she said, I loved you, this is what really got to me. I loved you the best way I knew how. Sex with her body, letting him do whatever, but as long as she gives him the sex, as long as she coddles to everything he says, go along with whatever, even though you saw him out with another woman, you let this man manipulate you and lie to you to make like that was business deal. Shayla don't know how to conduct herself. She has not learned proper morals and conduct. There's a certain way that she was raised that justifies what she's doing is wrong. When Angelina only taught her right things and she was looking at her strange when she was with Diesel, and Angelina flipped the script on her and realized that she taught her wrong, but then she went right back after Diesel was gone. So it's like playing with Shayla. Like Shayla was like, man, mommy was stupid. She had her weak moments. She was talking crazy after a while when she was really talking right. Well, one day Shayla realized that every bit of actions that she has taken against people, how she has acted in life that has caused her to lose things, that caused her the pain when she fully hits rock bottom, is all because of her mother. And that type of pain, the one person that she counts on to guide her right, that she goes to, she realizes the one person that has been the cause of her downfall. Will the karma be the pain from her own mother being the true villain in all this that has caused her to reap what she has sown because she just didn't know better? How to love a man, how to be a true friend, how to navigate things in life for herself was all taught by her mom. And it was wrong. And caused her friend to stab her in the back. She all these things to happen to her because of her ill treatment. If she had did things better, thought better, lived better, conducted herself better, maybe been a better friend, things would have flowed. The positivity in her life would have came better. She would have got a better man. She would have been happy. She would have had a child. She would have been with that child's father. Certain things trickle and lead you to other things in your life, and it may have started with one thing, and the guidance and the words of her mom could have transformed her life better, along with taking care of some mental trauma and illness that she has had that caused the imbalance. Get that on the right track, along with just showing your child the right way. But I'm trying to see what will be that thing that will really get to her. What do you think? The realization that her mother is the cause of her downfall? Possibly losing Kai due to bad actions? Or finding out it was Delicia? What will eventually, Delicia, who was with her mom, what will finally change Shayla? What will cause all of this? Because the thing is, Shayla has to try to right the wrongs that she's done, change her actions and her thinking, and she hasn't done that. That's why more things she's piling up more negative than positive. And she has to get on course. She has to get back on course. But what is that that's going to shake her and make her realize? She tried the church for a little bit, but she was screwing around with Anthony while she was going to church. They was playing all in the pastor's face, playing all in God's face, going there with their little family, all in Amber's face. It was a whole lot of madness then. So church didn't change her. She prayed one time. We saw her getting knees one time when she was living over there at the other spot. But nothing really transformed. What will it take? What will be the quote-unquote karma that will make Shayla be a different person? I don't know. What do y'all think? It's time for her to make different moves, to think different. Now she wants to make Iman's life a living hell. If God don't do to him what she thinks he should do, she gonna do it. We better stop that, because we playing God because we feel that, a lot of times God ain't doing what we want him to do. Then we know better when it says, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Don't worry about that. I got you. Just let me do my job instead of you trying to do the job for me. Okay, y'all let me know what you think. What do you think? Shay, time for you to do better, boo-boo. But what will make you finally get on that right track? Let me know what y'all think. Have a blessed Wednesday. Stay authentically you, because you are enough. God made you yourself for a reason. Can we get better? Can we improve? Yes. Are we perfect? Absolutely not. But you're special. You're beautiful. And don't let nobody else think different. Just keep trying to improve yourself, mind, body, and spirit more each and every day, and be good to people, starting with yourself. Because do unto others that golden rule as you would want done unto you. And watch the blessings God brings to you in your life. All right. We just try each and every day in this thing called life, right? But if we keep God first and at the center of all we do, we can't go wrong. All right, have a blessed one, family. Peace. Appreciate all of you. Welcome all new subscribers to the Cadillac fam. And share, do tell. I want this to be a safe place. I want this to be a respectable place. And I want this to be a loving space where we can kiki, have fun, laugh, but also let's look out for one another. Peace. And we out.